Welcome anybody who actually listens to the non-profit. You're here with Jake and Eric. What's going on, Jake? You having a nice Sunday? You having a nice Sunday morning? Did you have enough coffee?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's good.
I'm good.
Have you seen all the videos online of all the Democrats hating on Biden?
I can't, man. I can't do it. I don't watch anything political anymore. Like the debates the other night, I didn't find them particularly entertaining. Kind of felt like I knew what they were going to say. Or witches casting spells.
Witches casting spells.
All right. So I had someone on a Facebook thread that asked me if I was an incantation or an incarnation.
Oh God. Okay.
No, I'm not. I don't want to say I take this stuff overly seriously because that's not right. I don't. But I do have fun with it. I enjoy it, and I'm just kind of letting my mind be open to just whatever, man. Like, not assuming that everyone's just a crazy kook. Just listen. Don't judge. And I just said to him, I said, I don't know what I am, but I woke up and I don't think I'm going to go back to sleep anytime soon. I've been catching myself saying that there are fucking witches everywhere. And I mean everywhere. It's getting pretty obvious that I don't care if you believe, they sure as hell do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be some grand conspiracy theory. It's in your fucking face. Like, look at this stuff. Seriously, man. Look at that. That's a pope.
That's just crazy, creepy. But
that's the pope. That's a pope. The pope's like prayer chambers. It's fucking ridiculous. So I mean, like, I can't even make this show safe for kids because I can't go more than like one level deep without getting into absolute insane Satanism.
So tell me about these witches.
Okay. You tell me. You tell me about the witches. Look. You're telling me there aren't witches everywhere? There aren't little girls that worship these women? Are you kidding me? Have you looked at like little... I forget their names,
man.
Man.
Trying to be edgy, and I think some of them are just fucking heathens.
Yes, Eric. But think deeper. They all make the symbols. They all make deals with... They all talk about it like they go, I made a deal with the devil. The song says, I deal with the devil. Let me see if I can find the Taylor Swift.
But why would somebody do that? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's so gross. But I guess that's the whole devil's goal, right? To make things seductive and feel good. And
no, I think it's the devil's job to deceive. And thinking it doesn't mean anything is naive. Like, you're like, ha 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 ha. They're not going ha 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 ha. I don't care what you think. They think they're casting spells.
Ha ha ha.
You know what I mean, though. They're casting. Yeah, but you don't. I wouldn't be having this podcast with you if you did. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's true evil in the world, and there's a fuck ton of it. And just even making an offhand joke about it, aligning yourself with that, is pretty fucking dark.
Dude, I'm gonna have to find that photo there. I don't. It's hidden.
Whether they're just trying to be edgy and cool, or if they fucking truly believe, and anywhere in between, it's just kind of gross.
I can't find the image, man. I need to save more stuff, dude. They wiped this shit out. Oh well, here's one. This one's actually from that one. Let's see here. See, I don't like playing this stuff and watching it.
What is that one with Taylor Swift? That is, what the fuck?
Dude, hang on. There's one with her at a fashion show or a runway thing, and so here's a picture of her. Why can't I get rid of this one? Why is that one not coming down? Shit, that shit creeps me out. I'm gonna close these. There we go. Yeah, so there she wears this dress, and she's wearing this like black snake is going around her neck, and she's got like some pyramid shit on her neck and black mascara. It's just fucking what else? I mean, come on, man.
That's not necessarily demonic, but
Taylor Swift does a lot of demonic stuff. She does. I know that one's not the most. That one's not the most convincing, but that's okay. I've need very little convincing when it comes to, but like this, like you don't need a whole lot of convincing, and that's just like a couple of them, man. Like there's so much of that. Like Katy Perry's video. Have you ever seen Katy Perry's video? Bon Appetit.
No, I don't watch any of that shit. I've never ever watched any of these new pop stars. I haven't watched a music video in probably 20 years, dude. They're all fucking stupid as fuck.
Dude, Katy Perry is so disgusting. She's just, oh my gosh, she has songs about human cannibalism and shit. It's just like you only take so much of that funny, you know, like until it just becomes just absolute. They know what they do. Before absolute disgust, you know, like what am I supposed to think, man? Like how many times do you have to say it? Like it's before it's not a joke anymore, you know?
Is that a tranny?
No, it's Jesus Christ hanging out with I
can't see his head because your head's in the way. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me get my big dome out of the way.
It's just the cut-off shorts are a little much.
Oh, I didn't make the picture. I just thought I think it's funny. Eat, pray, Riz.
Those cut-off fucking jean shorts make him look like a tranny. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think it's supposed to look like a tranny. I just think it's an AI of Jesus Christ hanging out outside his tomb with some chicks, which I'm sure it's. I think a couple of them are like Peter and Paul or John or like well, actually it was Mary, Simon. I don't know. I always forget. I've read it several times and I can never remember. It's John and the brothers or Mary and the brothers, whatever.
Interesting.
But it's funny. So I'm not gonna do the stuff from the other thing. I'm not gonna show you. I don't want to show you, but there's some. I think this is some spellcasting stuff. I'll put some spellcasting stuff up here. I've been kind of reading about. I guess you could call it like esoteric knowledge and occultism. Like Know Thy Enemy, you know? So, but like it's so in my face, it's like hard not to anymore. Like it's just, I want to know what this shit.
Yeah, but part of it, like as soon as you let this stuff in, it becomes a part of you. That's the problem. Here's the thing, is that I've studied Christianity quite a bit. I've studied other religions quite a bit. I've a degree in philosophy. This is not new to me. Like I'm still putting up Jesus Christ, man. Like I still think that Jesus Christ is as close to, if he isn't perfect, the closest thing mankind's ever had to being a perfect human. Like and even in just like his two, his two tenets that love yourself the way I loved you and love the Father with all your heart. Right. Just those two things. It doesn't matter if he existed or not. Like I'm like you're right. Like those are some truths in the universe that I'm not gonna give up. There is a creator, and he put us here. So regardless if regardless if we're in a dome or we're in the most expansive universe, dimensional, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if the universe is 6,000 years old or it's eternal. Someone made it, so you're not going to convince me otherwise. I have been seeing some videos lately of some pretty interesting stuff. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You're welcome to. I'll send it to you. You can put it into Discord and give it to me, and I'll play it. But no, I do. They believe this stuff, and they've believed this stuff for years. And everybody in power, and everybody in music, and everybody in the military who in high positions believes in this stuff in one way or another. And I think it's stupid to deny that. You're telling me that all the greatest minds
on the known planet are wrong. That's like saying, you know, when liberals go, oh, 120 doctors all believe the same thing, and so that means you have to believe it. No, but I want to know who the fucking 120 doctors are getting their money. Don't you? Where are they getting their money? And it ain't them. It ain't them. It ain't them. They don't fucking make shit. They create problems. They create diversions.
Okay, well,
we used to build things.
Reference.
We used to build beautiful things. The only thing we build anymore is weapons. It's all we build. We suck shit out of the ground to fucking drop bombs on each other. And anybody who's in charge of that is working for the wrong team. You know, I figured it out though. You want to hear the crazy? You want to hear the crazy thing of the day? You don't.
What?
You don't think the witch thing was crazy?
I mean,
what if I told you I see him everywhere? I see him at the store. I see him in schools. I see him at gas stations. I see him all over whenever I turn the TV on, man, they're everywhere.
I think what you expect to see, you see, but
I don't expect to see this, man. I'm a man of science. I would have never said something like this like 6 months ago.
Well, I mean, give me an example. What do you see that leads you to believe that they're a witch?
Okay, so this girl I've seen 3 or 4 times in town. I don't know where I've seen her from, and I was trying to remember where I saw her from, and then I was just kind of looking her up and down. And I want to say she's like late 20s, early 30s, depending on how hard of a life she's lived. I've seen her before, and I saw her at Circle K right down the street. And I just not even really checking her out, just kind of like going, I know you from somewhere. Like, am I supposed to be friendly with you? And I look her up and down and I go, oh shit. And she's wearing a bag that says Black Magic on it. She had black Crocs, black pants, black t-shirt, and she had a bunch of like, Antichrist and shit all over her. I was like, she was like warded out. Like, you know, you have this like 12 charms on you that are anti-Christian or black magic oriented. You're a fucking witch, dude. You're casting a spell with the way you dress. Yeah. You know what I mean? How many times do you have to tell me before I believe it? Like, you believe it. Like, I know you believe it. And then I look around, I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of people that believe this shit. You know what I'm saying? Look for it, man. You probably won't get as much of it up there. Arizona's a weird place. I need to get out of here.
This may be just my optimism, but I choose to believe that most of these people do it just for attention and to be edgy.
Man, okay, maybe that's how it starts, but that's not once you're covered in it. You would be obsessed with something else because that's what you do with your life, right? Like, it's a presentation of you. Like, I wear stuff like this because I watch and love, you know, like the ocean and turtles and good energies and vibes and Christianity and how to be a better person. So I wear this kind of shit. You know, like if you really follow that stuff and you know what those symbols mean at all, does that mean everyone's an idiot and doesn't have any idea where they get the shit they put their bodies on? That's a naive way to look at it.
Yes, I think you are severely overestimating humanity's intelligence. Yes, I do.
And here's another thing too: is that I do not think that gross negligence is a good excuse or denier. I think
it's not a good excuse.
I think if you at all, but I think if you dress like that, you're probably going to be fucking doing evil shit. Like, you're going to practice it.
Most people are too unintelligent to.
You just can't be outwardly showing this for 10s, 20s, 30s of years and just think that these people don't believe any of it, and then they go around and work in soup kitchens. It's just not how it works, man.
Let me put it like this.
It's just not how it works.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
How would I feel?
Yeah. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
My stomach would probably be kind of a little funky, and I'd probably be wishing I didn't drink so much coffee.
Okay. Now, most people, when you ask them that question, they go, but I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Or I did eat breakfast this morning. Because they're fucking stupid. And they don't They don't think deeply about any.
But you're
nothing.
forgetting something. What did I say though? I would be cranky and wished I would have, and wished I hadn't had too much coffee. Right? If you don't think about it, it will still affect. Like there's going to be a consequence to your actions, and if you outwardly worship things, like if you worship corporate, like if you're going, like it doesn't matter what it is. Like it doesn't matter if it's religion or
it may have
sports.
an effect on you.
It's like a good example,
but
football.
They don't know it.
Basketball.
They don't know it. They're so fucking dumb that they go through life without ever
that
actually
doesn't
looking
mean
at
they
themselves.
don't exist. If they're negligent of understanding that this is what they have become, doesn't mean they aren't that. Quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, fucking walks like a duck. It's a fucking duck.
Yes, of course.
If you dress like one, think like one, and talk like one, you probably are one. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Negligence.
And hang on.
Negligence isn't. I just don't like negligence. Like you got to be accountable. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I agree with you. However, it does make it at least just a little bit, just a tiny bit, a little not their fault because they're too stupid to know better.
Here's the thing. I used to have that belief.
Just a little bit.
I used to have that belief, but here's what it ultimately.
I mean, look. Hang on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Like, still, absolutely, burn him at the cross. I don't give a shit.
No, I don't need to.
No, I mean for real. But not literally.
Trauma.
Not literally, but figuratively. You know what I mean? Like, these people don't matter. They're stupid. Let them do their fucking thing. And if nobody pays attention to them, they have no power.
Listen, it's... the thing is, a lot of these people do have power and they're gaining power, and it's not the way it used to be. It used to be Bob Dylan having some hidden lyrics about selling soul to the devil. Now it's practicing devil worship on stage to mass groups of people, and you have situations like the Travis Scott thing where they're purposely playing certain levels of RF radiation to get to mind control the audience. It worked, and it killed a bunch of people. The military clearly knows about this technology. They use it. I just don't think it's like the most effective. They use it on intelligence agencies sometimes. Like they'll use it outside a building on people, and it works pretty good. But like you just can't roll around using those. It's just as good as bullets at some point. It's probably more expensive.
Wait, what technology?
Sound.
Which
sound?
The sound?
Sound waves, RF waves, like real waves.
Right.
Like no joking around, real fucking sound waves aimed in certain directions at certain frequencies to achieve certain outcomes. Straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you do enough trial and error with that kind of stuff, and you see what happens.
Right.
So you're gonna learn what happens.
Right. So let's. This is the thing is I refuse to be naive. I'm too smart. I don't even claim to like be the smartest or anything like that, but. This information is becoming easily available with the internet now and with AI and stuff. You can just go fucking ask AI anything, it'll tell you. You can ask it its biases, it'll tell you its fucking biases. It'll be like, oh yeah, I got paid by fucking pharma to tell you that. And I was like, oh, thanks, appreciate it. I was like, how about alternative science? Oh yeah, I'll give you that too. I was like, hey, AI, tell me about alternative science. Actually, tell me about crazy science. Tell me about like real fringe stuff that has some science behind it, and it'll whoop, and you're like, oh, that's the stuff that I need to listen to.
Yeah, the stuff that's probably true, but it's not popular, so nobody listens.
Just use it to collect data.
Hang on, it's almost like if enough people believe in it, it becomes fact, right? Like, for example, did you see the link I sent you the other day? Or what was that, yesterday?
No, I'm not going to right now.
The link I put in the podcast chat. I think it was one of the first ones or second one. It was the White House press. And they're talking about COVID stuff.
I've seen so much of that COVID stuff. What'd they say?
Like, for example, they're saying like, oh, wait, so it's 0.01%, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, here, let me play something for you.
And they're like, okay, so what they're basically saying that COVID was a huge hoax, which of course it is. And of course it was. Like, sure, some people died for it, but people die all the time from getting sick. Like,
Hey, did you hear about the Fauci leaks?
Probably vaguely. I've probably seen a few videos about it.
I'm beginning to think this is all just a big. Anyways, it's now we're already taking. Are they really pulling that shit down? Do I have to save fucking everything? And I have to save it off of YouTube. I have to save it off YouTube because they fucking pull it down. Anyways, he says straight up, he goes that when you go to universities and you go to big corporations and tell them like, hey buddy, you have to get the vaccination. Go to the people and you make their lives really difficult, and they'll do it. They'll do whatever you tell them.
Yeah.
You kick them out of their jobs. You kick them out of the, like this. And this was said in, like, I swear to God, this was said on the floor of Congress. Kick them out of their schools. I mean, it's disgusting what these people think of you. Half of this.
And the horrible part is people are such sheep that they don't even believe it. First off, secondly, they choose to pull the wool over their eyes,
bro,
and not pay attention to it in any way, shape, or form. Like,
okay,
there are still people out there that believe they need to keep getting COVID booster shots. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I still get ads about it.
So,
Walgreens still sells me shit. Come get your fucking COVID booster shot.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing of the week.
It's all about making money. That whole thing was just about making money. That's it.
So let me tell you the crazy shit. I'm pretty sure that the Democrats and Republicans, they believe in this whole like Enki, Enlil story, and that their gods are like these aliens. I don't know, some weird shit, man. They really believe weird stuff. And like, depending on what part of the world you look at and like which leaders you look at, like their belief systems like very highly, like it's real. They're really fucking crazy. Like, and these people really believe this shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Let me give you just a crazy out there. Let me give you the crazy out there of the day. Like, let's say that the moon is not quite what you think it is, and there's like bases out there, and there's these like beings that may or may not live there right now, but they're real powerful. They've got control of all these goddamned pyramids, and there's not really a whole lot we can do about it except blow them up. But I don't think we really can blow them up. Like, I think that maybe we can't. And I think that on occasion they visit and they'll talk to like different leaders in different worlds, like come out of their freaking pyramids and like talk to people and shit. But they only do it like every 3,000 years because they live a really long time and don't really care about like our time frame. They'll go like, hey, take this microwave oven, don't blow yourself up. We'll be back in 3,000 years. Hey, here's the internet. We'll be back in 3,000. We'll be back in 3,000 years. Don't blow yourself up with AI and nukes. We'll be back in 3,000 years.
It's gonna mess with us and just see what happens. We're basically in a science experiment today.
Well, and I think that there's probably something like 12. Something tells me there's like probably like 12 main pyramids, and like we all have like everyone's kind of like got their control and they want control over them because they want to be the dude who's like standing there when they come back. And this information gets lost, and sometimes they don't come back for a really long time. Like they don't come back for like 10,000 years, and so the information and the bloodlines and stuff like thin out and get all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so like no one really knows, and because they'll like come back and say like two profound things and then disappear again. Like Jesus was one of them, and he's just like walking around the desert going like, "Yo, brother." Love each other, like be kind, like stop living in a ritualistic like money lifestyle, like come together. And it was like, and then all of a sudden we killed him, and then we killed him, and so like they're like, fuck this, we're not coming back for a minute, like. Yeah. Like, I really think that's the case. Like, and so I kind of feel like I worship like the newest one, but he like had a really profound message that we should probably listen to as humans for a while, you know, like, like he was probably right. Like we were probably going to blow each other up if we don't knock this shit off. Like,
well, humans can never get out of their own way. I mean, I know I can't.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder if that isn't the case. I'm beginning to wonder if we haven't blown ourselves up quite a few times now, and we haven't even, and we've made it to like other rocks, and like, and they go, you know what we're not going to do because you won't stop blowing yourself is we're not going to give you the knowledge to these pyramids. Like you can keep trying to blow it up, but you're not going to fucking figure it out. And that's like the old like thing. Because we have blown the ones up we could.
Bring up that link I sent you, the last one.
I will. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, because it's commonly believed that there were no human dinosaurs were around, right? I mean, for most people would tell you that.
You know the Quora? The Quora? The human footprint?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not bringing it
Just
up.
right alongside dinosaurs. And they're huge. The prints are ginormous.
Do you use Quora a lot?
No, that's what popped up.
It's fucking making me sign in. Oh, fuck this. Why are you doing this, man? Yeah, it won't let me.
Let me see if I can find a different link on like Reddit or something.
Hang on. Yeah, it's not working. It's like a live page.
Let me see if I can find a different link.
That one is a live page, it seems. Honestly, this is the kind of stuff you should, like, if you can get a picture or a screenshot, save it. If you're afraid you're going to lose some information but you think it's cool, like pick a couple and hit. Do you have a good screen clipper?
No, but I'll work on getting one. Okay, so here is a different one.
Light Shot's my favorite. It's really lightweight. It's really easy to use.
So this one's the Paluxy River in Glen Rose, Texas.
Wish it's easier to do that.
And this is a more scientific kind of. It's very basic. It's like somebody just put this together and threw it up. But
yeah, I just kind of save as I go.
From somebody named Bernie Newfield, PhD. It's on an .edu page.
Why won't it? I've got a new, I'm trying to use a new picture program because any of the built-in ones don't work. I'm trying to figure one that'll, it's so obnoxious. It has all the features that I want, and it's just not giving it to me. There we go. There we go. Still shit. That's alright. Trying to put the feet up there. Oh, cute. Yeah. Results and discussions. And some of the stuff's kind of silly. How many millions of years ago is this? You remember?
I'm looking for it. I don't remember. I want to say 300 million, but
60 million.
Oh, there you go. There was
it's funny.
What's
funny is that 60 billion probably is enough time for humans to evolve into kind of where we are now. There's this thing where like that they believe Enki and Enlil, the first Anunnaki or like the second Anunnaki or whatever, came down and modified our DNA and like had sex with us and then created a bunch of creatures out of Neanderthals. And I bet you that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. I bet you it's quite different. I bet you that we were doing just fucking fine, and they thought we were a threat. And God or some other fucking more powerful being said, fuck you, no you can't. Like a confederation, in a way. Like a grand, Dune scenario where they're like, nope. And they're like, sorry, but we already fucked them. Because they work on like a lot larger time scales and stuff, And they're like, all right, yeah, but you need to knock that off. Like, you can't do that anymore, But like, I think this is pure conjecture. That I don't really think that there's like any conclusive evidence on this, right? This is just what I think is true, and that's that we've probably been around on Earth for a really fucking long time, and if anything happened that is written in our recent history, particularly like stuff about gods and deities and things like that, it's all a bunch of fucking horse shit. It's all a bunch of fucking lies.
Probably.
Unless it's about technology and weapons and internet and shit like that. Like the shit that they left behind. Like they're trash,
I mean, things have a way of getting twisted over time. I mean, you can look at recent history. You can even look at fucking cartoons that we remember as kids that we've watched, and they
Mandela?
were a certain way.
Mandela?
Or the title was a certain way. Or we remember characters and cartoons that we watched 100 times, and you go back and watch it now, and it's different.
You're talking about the Mandela effect, right?
Yeah, like how does that shit happen?
Can I explain the Mandela effect for you?
Go ahead.
So, I think that what the Mandela effect is much more based on like human consciousness and our energy levels, like using stuff like the CERN, like really powerful rockets, mining things, turning on pyramids, and just human consciousness itself, even just our brain power, just like exerting itself in a form of magnetism and small or strong and weak nuclear forces. To think that you can just look at radiation. It's everywhere. We can't see it, right? Like a cell phone would have been a complete fucking mysticism to someone 150 years ago, And now we know this. We know the stuff that these waves populate outside of our visual range. In fact, we just see a very narrow part of it. So to think that there isn't this fucking shit floating around us all the goddamn time, and we can't do anything with it, and we can't manipulate it, is naive. Now, I think that because it's never these huge changes, and that maybe some of the Mandela effect stuff is true, some of it isn't, I don't think it really matters. Like, I think it has much more to do with, like, hive minds being able to warp space-time enough that it kind of reaches back in time or into the future a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, there's like a fourth or fifth dimension that like brains can kind of reach out together with like AI and a certain amount of belief system that's all directed on the same frequency. Like, it can like fuck with space-time, So, and I think that's like kind of like the first level, right? Like, I think at this point that's just the science, and there's no way around that. And to deny it, it's fucking stupid. And if you don't believe it, I don't mean you're stupid. But like, once you're presented with this evidence and you open your mind to it, there's no going back. Like you can't unthink this stuff. You can't start kind of like unlocking a little bit of hidden knowledge, because your intuition will open up. Like you're gonna go, oh, fuck, like, well, that's right, like, why, I knew this, why was I lying to myself? Like, why was I lying to myself? Why did I let the TV let me think otherwise? It's like you will stop doubting yourself. You will stop. People will. You will. You're not far off. You will. I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you.
Okay. Fair enough. But I want to talk about people in general. So,
But I don't know. See, I don't know about other people.
What percentage of the population do you think really kind of walks around with their eyes open and sees the world for what it truly is?
It's estimated to be around 2%.
Jesus, that's it?
The 500 million. The Georgia Guidestones. I've been seeing this everywhere too. The Georgia Guidestones, 2%. Which can change. That number can change. You know, that was just for 2020 or whatever. And I think that it's going to happen. I don't think it'll really happen in our lifetimes. I'm not like a big doomer, and when it does happen, it won't matter. The people that need to move on will. We're kind of stuck in the matrix. We always make it through. Look, see what I mean? We were around 60 million years ago. You think we haven't had a couple of fucking disasters since then? Of course we have.
Yeah, of course.
So no, I think we'll be just fine.
Survive, unless the entire Earth is covered with, lava or some crap. But
yeah, okay. So what if I fucking
even
die?
then, you're gonna have a small group of smart people that either go, off the planet or deep in, survive it. But
I'm developing a new belief system. And this belief system has to be subject to change because it's the nature of part of the belief system. Is that in the beginning, everything must change, but it says that if you exist, you can't not exist, and if you do exist, then you're a part of existence, which is also a thing. So, and that's everything's subject to change except for the first two rules, which means even that rule itself is. So I'm not really too worried. Like, I feel like I will leave enough of my soul in this lifetime in places that I love that I'll be trapped in love for a while. Like, I'm all right. Like, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if there's another life after this or not. Like, my spiritual existence, if there is even anything close to one, will be just fine. I'm not worried.
Okay.
And quite frankly, like, I just know what, like, hedonism and being a lush does to me and how it makes me feel. And I don't want to be trapped in that for eternity, man. I want to be trapped in, like, love and that, like, after workout feeling and, playing with my chickens kind of feeling, talking to you feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's better to, focus on the positive and then the negative all the time. But it doesn't do anybody any good to bury your head in the sand either. So it's all about finding that balance, really.
Well, see, to me, part of that bliss comes from truth and absolute truth. Being vulnerable and knowing I can be wrong and trying to improve myself. It's like a real commitment, like you gotta do it. Like you gotta I promise I'll never yell at my kid again. And that's a promise I can't keep. But it is a promise that I will reevaluate myself every goddamn time and admit that I was wrong when I do it. You feel?
Yeah, I feel, but we all make mistakes quite often,
and that's fine. But you have to be vulnerable about it. You have to know, you have to let your guard down, and it hurts. It just does. Particularly the first, like when you first start doing it, it can be really hard. It's just like any habit. You have to form it.
I think I've gotten pretty good at realizing when I do shit wrong. But then there's certain situations where I don't care to change it.
So I don't want to like tell you this is how you achieve enlightenment, Eric. I don't want to feel that I'm like better than you or anything, because I actually think some people start closer. I don't think I started probably as close as you anyways. So we all have our own way of achieving, right? Like if I have 4 kids and you have no kids, if your spirit carries on and mine carries on as 5 smaller one, it doesn't make a difference when they reassemble in time. It's what you left of it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how you choose to go about it. Does it make sense? I'm not saying I'm any better than you. I do have a couple pieces of information I don't think you have about it, So, but I feel like accountability is like a big part of it. Like you have to take like personal record. You know, like you have to take you know, you got to like write that shit down. Look at what's going on. Look at what you're doing. Reflection.
No, I think it's super important for any human to pay attention to their actions and how they operate.
That's a reason I like the symbol of the camera. I feel like if I have to look myself in the face a couple times a week, like I have to look at what I'm becoming. Like, you know, like I have to, like that whole like excuses like I want to be a witch, but I'm not going to know that I'm a witch. I refuse to take that stance. Like that kind of, you know, like, no, I'm going to take responsibility for who I am and what I project. And I want it, you know, I want it to be good. I don't have any desire to hurt people, you know, like even
people that deserve it.
Yeah, even people who deserve it and people who are angry. Like, if I can learn to manipulate reality so powerfully with my mind that I can just bend my love over the top of their wicked, that's a pretty fucking powerful statement. So, I believe it. I believe it. You know, I'm saying they believe it, but I'm saying I do believe it too. Like I do. Like, and I think that there's even more scientific evidence that would prove that some of what I say exists, or at least functions the way we think it does. You know. And we're kind of getting to a point in mankind where we can't deny this anymore. Like, either we put our heads together and make peace with ourselves as a planet and take care of it and treat it right, or the dudes in the pyramids win, you know?
Right.
I mean, yeah, if they don't come back for like 15,000 years or whatever, you don't think we couldn't come together, build a fucking pyramid and have it pointed at them when they decide to step through that thing? It's like, let it go. We can make it ourselves. You just refuse to do it the way it works, you know? It's like you'd rather stay in control and have it happen, you know? You would rather squander and have sex with children because adrenochrome's a fun drug, instead of like rejoicing as mankind and really becoming enlightened as a species and getting the fuck off this rock, you know? Flat Earth, firmament, it doesn't matter the reason. Let's go explore, you know? Like, that's what I mean. I don't care if it's the biggest universe ever, or... You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
Rant over.
Rant over.
I mean, and you know what, man, your interpretation of that is fine, like however you want to interpret. So, and some, particularly like some of the lower grade levels, like I hope you actually go find out for yourself, man. I really hope you use free time to like look into some of this stuff. You know what my hope is?
No, I do.
You know, my real hope is just
stuff, but
you just stay away from politics.
Well, I just find people fascinating. So it's not really the politics for me. It's the people behind it. The dumbfoundedness that the extremes people will go through just to control others. And it'll never change.
Yeah.
And because as long as people are sheep and cattle enough to follow, there will be people that exploit that over and over again.
You never know, man. Hey, look at this picture. Look at this picture on the...
More stupid...
What?
Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was just going to say that more stupid people are breeding over and over and over again. That's just what it is.
You know, I think as a whole we're getting smarter and more enlightened. I do think there's...
Man. I remain skeptical.
God,
what is this?
Right?
What am I looking at?
Isn't that creepy?
I mean, it looks like...
I wonder if it's... So this is one I saved. I don't think it's deleted yet. Let me see if I can pull it up. Give me a second. Okay.
It looks like one ship landed and the other one is gone.
Or it did like a touch, or like it did a touchdown and rotated. Or it's just a bay for two of them. The other one's gone and the other one's powered on. That's what I think. But hey, I do have a couple pieces of advice for you, man. Stay open-minded. Let yourself just don't judge it and just figure it out for what it is.
Open-minded. I'm
I know you are,
but I'm open-minded.
And I'm telling you,
very big time. I question everything. I don't believe anything until it's proven, or until I see it with my own eyes. However, I will keep all possibilities open, and I do mean all.
I wish I could just enter that in. Hang on a second. It's not giving it to me.
The coordinates?
Yeah, hang on. Got it.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
I got it. Boom, still there. I'll give you the link.
Yeah, but sometimes satellite pictures just look a certain way.
Wait until you... Yeah. It could totally just be a pool of water.
If you were there in person, it would you would see what it really is. You know what I mean?
Also, there's just some really weird shit. It's clearly a U.S. base. It's right on Area 51, and you just gotta take a look at this for yourself, okay? And I got a couple other ones to show you one of these times, but
where's the link? I want to see.
Hang on, I'm trying to look for it. There it is, because I had to type it in, and I hope that works.
We shall see.
Oh, here we go. You should get Google Earth too. Yeah. So what we can do is it's a base. You can look around there. It's not just that's weird. There's weird shit.
This is clearly just water, but
it doesn't matter. It has a very particular shape. And there's a bunch of weird shit around it too. There's like structures that look like aliens. There's tanks. There's all kinds of bizarre shit.
Somebody with an excavator could have made this.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Totally.
And you can clearly see a boat there.
Clearly. But there you can also see tanks everywhere too. Like look out. Just look around a little bit. It's really creepy. There's tanks pointed away in every direction.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to believe here, man. I didn't say it was a spaceship, did I? I said look at this.
No.
I said look at this.
I know. But I think it looks like a spaceship.
Sure. One would look at it and go, wow, that sure does look a lot like a spaceship. But I certainly am not going to go. Well, here's the thing that I would think would be really naive.
And I'll tell you that there's a fucking extremely well-traveled road and a staging area right next to it that looks like they took something from there.
Well, it's probably like, honestly, what it probably is just some sophisticated like reservoir system or... But it's important enough that it's guarded by fucking tanks in every goddamn direction, and it's clearly in Area 51. So who knows what in God's name? But you know what I think they are. This is my guess as to what they are. Huh?
It's probably from some fucking bomb they shot.
Look at it. Look at it a little bit closer. I'm telling you, open your eyes, man. Look at it a little bit closer. How about this? Imagine that the dark one looked like the other one. And look at it again. Look at if they both look like sand. And then tell me what it looks like. Surrounded by tanks. You see it yet?
No.
Those are clearly tunnels or large holes. They're covered with sand. You can drive down into them. They clearly have some sort of like large rampway in the center of it. There's clearly a very particular slant to the sand right there. Those are used, like those get used. Now it doesn't look like they have been used fairly recently, but it could be that that's all hidden right there, right? Like, because it's clearly, like you said, well-traveled. So the top is very well-traveled. So what do you think goes on down there? There is some light sand and dust. Like you can zoom in on it pretty good, and you can kind of do angles on it and stuff.
Just the lower road is the one that looks well-traveled.
Sure. But what I'm saying is that like you can get down on it and look at it, right? And
well,
you
what are
can
these other buildings out there.
You can see that there's some stuff going on here. Like I think it looks like a fucking ramp down into a secret base that's got all kinds of tanks guarding it.
Go to the west. These are all like bomb strikes and weird shit, and they like dug it out or something. To, like,
well, it's Area 51. That's what they do out there. That's if you zoom out, that is Area 51.
Right, but I'm saying the bomb strikes. What's interesting is why does this still have water in it when the other one doesn't?
Dude, I mean, here's the thing. Don't make assumptions. Like, I mean, that thing could have just been rinsed off recently. Like someone could have just hit it with a fucking hose or like a big sprinkler system, and it just looks wet.
But look how dark it is. If it either is highly contaminated or it's deep as fuck.
Well, go look at the leach fields up north. Like, go just northwest just a touch and go look at the leach fields and shit they have. I mean, they test all kinds of fucking weapons and shit. There's so much weird shit around there. And like extra heat radiation from the ground. Who knows, dude? Like, go look around. I'm serious. Like, actually, go just due west.
No, I went to the northwest. Like, the color of mountains is fucking crazy.
See what I mean? Who knows? Like, don't overthink all that stuff. Like, oh.
But satellite pictures have a tendency to reflect light weird as well. So
right.
Come out weird.
Well, it could even be that there's like a paint or something over that's like meant to be disrupt. Like there could definitely be those kinds of technologies used in the desert, and I bet you they are. So that's what I mean. Just have an open mind about that kind of stuff. Who knows what it could be.
I mean, there's highways right fucking there.
Ooh, can I show you something else on the map? Let's find it. I have them saved.
Right below Volcano Peak.
You're not looking at my screen, are
you? Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well,
I am now.
Hang on. No. What does that look like to you?
Yeah, it's a mountain. It looks like a mountain that got chopped the fuck off.
Right? Doesn't it? Looks like it just got chopped right the fuck off, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah, with like a fucking laser.
Isn't that weird?
There's not even any trees up there.
Isn't that weird?
Even any trees up there.
Isn't that really fucking weird?
However, an easy explanation that
you're not going to give me. You're not going to give me a good one.
Well, I will right now. That was filled with water, and that was just a little, basically reef. It's probably just an old ancient lake bed, and that's probably a reef, and that's why it's completely flat.
I don't know why a reef would be completely flat though.
Of course it would. It doesn't grow up above the water, dude.
Okay. So this is wonderful. So you're admitting to a completely different alternative theory, like biblical floods, at least at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. No. Hey, look. That's a good first step, and because there's another one right here. See it?
Yeah.
Now that one's a little less convincing.
It's either one of two things. Mountains are always geological, or they're fucking grown by life.
Look at this. Now here's another one I want to show you. Okay, so this is where I lose a lot of people, because once I start believing this shit, I believe shit way harder than anyone else does. Even the guys who like they do the show, and then I'm gonna go like, no, you're way off. Let me tell you what's really going on. So take a look at this. Forget size of an issue anymore. Imagine that this right here, Table Mountain, is like 6 foot across. What does that look like to you?
If it was 6 foot across?
Yeah, look at Table Mountain, and if that thing was 6 foot across, would you still tell me that was a mountain? What would it be to you?
I'd tell you it was like a tree trunk cut.
All right, okay, so now if this tree was right here, how How big do you think that fucking tree was when they cut it off?
Well, clearly, it was miles and miles across, but that's impossible.
Why is that impossible? What tells you that's impossible?
The fact that there are none like that.
What about this? Oh, why? Because things can't change?
I mean...
What about this? Tell me...
Okay, well...
Tell me what this is.
Let me put it like this. Back when...
It's made out of a completely different kind of stone than everything else around it.
Well, I don't know what kind of stone that is.
But it's different than everything else around it because the bedrock's different. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is that what one thing I'll say
well, just
is...
look up, just Google. Okay, Devil's Tower, that was called.
Dude, I'm not going to believe anything science tells me. Go ahead, you can do it yourself. You're more than welcome to. I've already looked at like 12 different examples of these. I'm beginning to think that probably half the volcanoes on the planet used to be trees.
Possible. Anything's fucking possible.
Let me show you this one too. Let me find this one. This one's really cool. There's a lot of just crazy anomalies you can just go look at, and if you just look at it from a...
Devil's Tower is igneous rock.
Yeah, you don't think that couldn't come from a really big, fucking heavy, dense tree, igneous rock? Of course it could.
It's a gray crystalline rock that weathers green or brown. Devil's Tower was formed when magma erupted in a volcanic crater and encountered groundwater. So essentially that's a ginormous lava tube that came up when that was all underwater.
Why would the water going down? Why would the water going down be flat? Anyways, here's the thing: is that's so old, and there's so much conjecture over how the tectonic plates would move up and down, and what levels they'd be cut off at, and whatnot. See, but at this point, I think that it happened so long ago that we can't really tell anymore. Like, what the Earth did when it cooled and stuff like that. But a structure like that, I kind of feel like it was biologically made, and the only thing I can really go off is my intuition and some kind of fringe scientists. But my intuition tells me...
Just because something looks like a thing doesn't is, but that's all.
It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that to me.
So check it out. Millions and millions of years ago, the oxygen content in our atmosphere was extremely high compared to now, right?
Right.
Which is why dinosaurs were so fucking big and able to survive. Dinosaurs would not survive today because there's not enough oxygen content.
I know.
In the air to support them. Which is why humans were bigger when they were way back when. And I don't know if I
believe all that, man. I don't know if I believe all that though. Oh no, I hope I didn't fuck my sound up.
But anyway, I think we should wrap up the stream for now and continue chatting.
That's fine. We can turn it off. Yeah, I do think that was enough for today. That was quite a bit. Let's let's leave it there.
We got to do an outro though. Thanks everybody for joining, or if anybody is even watching this.
Yeah, who knows what crazy shit we'll talk about next time. I can't really make any promises on that. Who knows what I'll read in the next week.
Oh, we'll always figure out something crazy to talk about.